That's an actual potential for a tremendous industry. And we've actually gotten a response from a Bahamian.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, Forestry Awareness Week is not until next week with International Day of Forests also set for March 21st, but the Forestry Unit of the Ministry Environment and Natural Resources is getting a head start on Grand Bahama as officials stress the importance of forests in the global context and here at home. Cleopatra Murphy has tonight's top story.
Nature provides much of the fundamentals that humans need, from food to shelter to medicine, and it is with this in mind that the Ministry of Environment is making a concerted effort to create awareness of how crucial the country's forests are. Compounded with the challenges of climate change contributing to increasingly strong hurricanes and natural disasters, Minister of Environment and Natural Resources the Honorable Vaughn Miller says ahead of Forestry Awareness Week next week, his ministry is taking the message to the nation's youth.
Our forests are really carbon sinks, where it helps to take much of the carbon out of the atmosphere, and in exchange, it gives us the oxygen that we need to live and to thrive on. So this is critically important, particularly when we see some of the things that's been happening to our forests. In Grand Bahama, a lot of it is natural because of the hurricane, the devastation of the forest on this island.
Students gathered at the Rand Nature Center, where the event to mark the country's 10th Forestry Awareness Week was celebrated under the theme Forests and Food. With Grand Bahama, Abaco, Andros, and New Providence, the 4 pine forest islands in the Bahamas, and some 70,000 acres of pine forest on Grand Bahama that Miller says helps to maintain biodiversity and protect our environment, he says it is important to include the island in the Forestry Awareness campaign. The event also comes as New Providence faces deforestation, with individuals illegally cutting down pine forests for coal operations, something Miller says he hopes Grand Bahama does not face.
Coal kills that we're having challenges with. The thing is, what happens is that's an actual potential for a tremendous industry, and we've actually gotten a response from a Bahamian who's very interested in doing it the proper way. And so for persons whether in Grand Bahama, Nassau, anywhere in the Bahamas, if they're interested in getting into that business, to do it the right way, we would love to have the conversation with them.
Minister of State for the Environment and Natural Resources, the Honorable Zane Lightbourne, also sought to educate the youngsters on the importance of forests for sustainability and overall health.
We want to have students interact to get a deeper appreciation of the importance of medicine use with various trees, of using them as food for our sustenance, our body sustenance, and to live healthy lives, and to just have an understanding that what we have known in the past should be handed down to every generation.
Officials say because forest and the natural environment are so crucial to human survival, it is important to pass that knowledge on to the younger generation and future stewards of the environment. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Switching gears now, police in Grand Bahama has seen an uptick in car braking and in recent months. Press Liaison Officer Superintendent Stephen Roll is now warning the public to take the necessary precautions to avoid these incidents.
For the past few weeks, police in Grand Bahama has received multiple reports of car break-ins on the island, forcing police to increase night patrols, specifically in the Bahamian area.
Over the past week or two, in Grand Bahama, we have seen an increase in vehicle break-ins.
As a result of the increase in patrols, an adult male in his late 20s was arrested. However, this arrest did not stop the break-in sprees. Police are still on the hunt for more people involved in these incidents.
Against the other individuals who are out there doing the same type of crime. We are on the hunt for them, and they'll be caught very shortly.
Safeguarding vehicles is at utmost importance at this time. Here are some tips to ensure that vehicles are secured to prevent vehicle break-ins.
People just left their keys in their vehicles or their vehicles unlocked. We're saying to you, please secure your vehicles properly. Do not leave your keys inside your vehicle, particularly your handbags or any valuables. not an invisible eye of anyone passing. If you have to leave your stuff in your vehicle, please secure beside your back trunk. And do not park your cars in areas that are very dark.
Now, Press Liaison Officer for the Northern Bahamas, Stephen Rule, is appealing for anyone who has information regarding these incidents to come forward. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
In news from the court, a 52-year-old man hauled before the 8 Mile Rock court this morning on serious charges. Clad in a gray striped shirt, black jeans, and black and white sneakers, Verolyn Alsim appeared before Magistrate Simone Brown in the 8 Mile Rock Magistrate Court and was officially charged with unlawful sexual intercourse with a 9-year-old child. It is alleged that the offense occurred from 2023 to 2025. Alsim pled not guilty to the charge. Bail was denied and referred to the Supreme Court for consideration. The matter has been adjourned to June 4th. Well, the topic of extended maternity and paternity leave remains a highly discussed issue, with Labor Minister the Honorable Pia Glover-Rule recently announcing the government's intention to roll out a series of labor reforms this year. While some argue that the employees should have a greater role in shaping these policies, the National Tripartite Council Chairperson Sharon Martin stressing that the tripartite model is being effectively used in the discussions. This ensures that all relevant parties, the government, employers, and unions representing workers are involved.
The government is rolling out or implementing, and we are grateful that we are not in an era where our voices are just falling flat. But in fact, that you have the Breastfeeding Association who has been pushing the idea of a maternity leave being extended. There are nurses, there are doctors, there's a medical community that also supports various items that will be rolled out.
Martin says that concerns about the negative impact on employers would be premature and discussions are still in the early stages. She emphasized that more consultations with strategic partners are needed to ensure a well-balanced approach before any decisions are made.
I think that any thinking right now is premature. I think that we have still not sat into the consultative gone into the consultative process where all of that will be ironed out. And when the document comes back, the social partners, the same people who sat in that forum, will be called back in and they will discuss the matter once more before the final rollout. It is known that the Bahamas is not up to international standards. We're trying to get there. Allow us to try and fix it. Instead of year after year after year, we disenfranchised women.
Well, in other news, a Haitian religious leader is lamenting the ongoing instability in Haiti, hopeful that the democratic elections can once again be restored to the violence-stricken nation. Cleopatra has that story.
A local Haitian pastor is optimistic that his home country of Haiti will successfully hold elections on November 15th as planned, despite the breakdown of law and order in that country. Abner Muse, however, believes the U.S. has a crucial role to play to ensure it happens.
That election will take place, yes. But if you look at the history of Haiti, all the time, every president have to get the seat. United States have the say. They are the boss to put people who they want to put in the power. So all that is in their hands.
Muse's comments on the election come as Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, who on the sidelines of CARICOM in Barbados recently expressed doubt the elections would proceed as planned due to widespread violence in the majority gang-controlled Haitian capital of Port-au-Prince and the need for a cooling-off period heading into an election. Haiti's last election was held in 2016 that saw President Jovenel Moïse elected to office, but since his July 7, 2021 assassination, the country has been thrust into chaos and political instability. Haiti's Transition Council, appointed last April, set the election following the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry. Muse also weighs in on the leadership Haiti requires.
At this time, we need a leader who cares about the people. Leaders who have heart for the nation. Because when you look at Proverbs chapter 14, verse 34, he said, righteousness exalt a nation. But he said, sin is a reproach for any people. So that means we need people who have heart. We need people who know the words of God to know how people feel in their situation.
Even with Kenyan troops working to maintain order in Haiti's capital, more than 1 million Haitians have been displaced by gang violence and more than 5,600 were killed in the last year. Disturbed by the situation, Muse offers this to his fellow countrymen.
The Haitians this year in the Bahamas, we need to come together to see how we could get Haiti out of that situation and what we could do to help the country.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
And still to come.
More than 200 students recognized for their achievements in math and science. The details of that story, sports, and more when we return.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison. Calling all local musicians. Celebration Key is holding auditions on March 27th. Showcase your talent and bring the rhythm of the Bahamas to the world. Register today and be part of the magic. Zing has more of what you need, from organic, gluten-free and vegan snacks to eco-friendly products. They offer healthier choices every day. Visit number 8 West Cedar Street or call 812-5755. Zing, where better choices begin.
It's time to enhance your wardrobe with fabulous footwear, handbags, and designer accessories. Visit Stepping Out, located top of the hill Mackey Street, Nassau. At Stepping Out, they ship throughout the Family Islands.
Score your pan, set up, don't forget Madison medium rare.
The competition heats up.
We ready, we got this.
7 teams chef it up in the ZNS Culinary Food Challenge. Who has the best taste?
This is edible. This is edible.
Join us at 6 p.m. this Friday, only on the ZNS Network.
Get ready for color, culture, and pure energy. Live from Explorers Way, the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture presents the 2025 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. More than 200 students are honored for their academic excellence at the C.A. Smith Complex during the 3rd annual Wall of Honor ceremony hosted by the Ministry of Education. The event celebrates March as Science Month and April as Math Month, with the theme, Math and Science Continue to Awaken to Create a Better World. Raven Davis has the details in this inspiring celebration report.
The photos on the wall are not just for decoration. They represent the top achievers in the science and math fields at the junior and high school levels for the March and April months. It's a proud occasion for these students who took a moment to reflect on their hard work and dedication that brought them to this point.
All of that late night studying, going on group calls with my friends to make sure that we receive our A's and we don't disappoint our teachers. It feels very well that we reap the reward that we work for.
It was a lot of afternoon classes and studying at home that really helped me attain those A's.
Raja Ingram also taking the time to relish in the moment, sharing inspiring words for other students.
Pray about it, to ask God for that kind of help, and I'd also encourage students to just do their best, because that's pretty much what I'm doing, and you have to put in the time and the effort.
The third annual Wall of Honor ceremony, led by the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, was the brainchild of Denise Nairn, who emphasized the importance of celebrating academic excellence.
Part of the celebration of math and science is to celebrate our students, those who are achieving well in school and those who have achieved an A grade in the exams, BJC and BGCSE math and science exams. And it's a combination of two concepts, really, where it's a concept similar to that of a report card or a progress report and that of Facebook. So we're giving them that exposure.
Yvonne Ward, Assistant Director of Education for Grand Bahama, Bimini and the Keys, adding that the event is a true testament to the dedication of the teachers who support these students every step of the way.
You find that a lot of our teachers, their students go to the private schools. However, sometimes we have to use these same teachers in our government schools to tutor our students, our children who are in the private schools. We know that they're excellent.
One by one, the students were honored with small tokens for their hard work, all while being charged to continue on this path.
We say to you, all of us, collectively, although I'm speaking, keep pushing.
When you leave here and you go away to school, we want you to come back, assist in developing your country.
Now, officials say additional activities are planned for the months of March and April, with Grand Bahama likely to be the first district to host a math fair. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Well, you may have spotted their helicopter doing tricks through the sky, or possibly their float plane kissing our clear waters. That's Red Bull making their presence felt with their global aerial camp hosted at the Old Bahama Bay Resort in West End. Our Matthew Martinborough got a close-up and personal on the adventure in this report.
This is our first time as Red Bull Global Team Camp comes to the Bahamas, and we're excited to be here. We've been to Argentina, and it's right next to Chile, and it is a little chilly, and here we are nice and warm in the beautiful Bahamas.
For the first time ever in the company's history, Red Bull is here in the Bahamas at West End's Old Bahama Bay Resort, hosting their 4th annual Global Aerial Camp.
Luke and I landed on the Utopia of the Seas cruise ship just recently, and first people to land on a cruise ship. It was amazing, super fun. And while we were here, we're like, look at the water, look at the, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. It's green, it's blue, it's deep blue. This is everything we need. So we just kind of pitched it up the food chain to the powers that be that make the decisions, and they're all, wow, it is beautiful. This is amazing. And so here we are. We brought the whole team from our team from the U.S., teams from Germany, from Austria, from Chile, from France, like everyone from around the world. All of our teams came together, and this is the best place to do it. I'm super happy to be here right now.
That's Red Bull Air Force skydiver Miles Dasher. He says the camp, filled with tons of vehicles like the BO-105 right behind me, and experienced skydivers alike, has officially completed with a 100% success rate.
We like to stick every landing. And yeah, what we're doing is we have wingsuiters going out. We have an airplane. It's a Cessna that has a brake on the bottom of it, which allows the plane to pitch up and go slower as it descends. So we can skydive with airplanes right now. It's like a big family, and we kind of help each other out. Like whether you're a world champion or not, we're all coaches, and we all coach skydiving. And what we do is we just try to promote the sport of skydiving and make it safe.
Now, both my cameraman and I were excited to hop on board, but unfortunately, we were not able to. But in the near future, we're hoping to take you guys along for a barrel roll and a thrill. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Well, Matthew, thank God they didn't let you on that plane. But that's a look at stories making news. Jay, what's happening in sports?
Primary school softball, make your family is a softball and baseball family. Absolutely. Back in Luther, Long Island, all over the Bahamas,
all over the Bahamas. That's coming your way next, but first a check on the local weather forecast. Right.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's a beautiful
News in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Do you want to find relief from common health concerns such as headaches, back pain, chronic inflammation, and more? How about improved sleep, boost energy, and improve overall well-being? Check out RA Balance Bahamas and get your body into balance with biomagnetic therapy. For all our social links, contacts, or to request an appointment, visit rabalancebahamas.com.
I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. Primary school boys softball action underway this week at various locations on the island. One of the favorite teams to win it all this year, Freeport Gospel, defeated Tabernacle 9-2 in the quarterfinals thanks to pitcher Xavier Thompson on the mound.
I felt like I pitched a lot of strikes and strike out a lot of people. I feel like we play good. And we score a lot of runs. We get some good hits. We just have to focus and catch the ball. We just have to catch the ball more. Just 2 more strikes.
Next in sports, a number of swimmers from Alpha Aquatics here on Grand Bahama will be traveling to New Providence this weekend for the Carifta Swim Trials.
We've been preparing by working our dives, our sprints, our flip turns. Recently, they have had a few meets, and they've been looking pretty good by dropping times. On paper, we have our top 2 and also our top 3. Those hopefuls are Isabella Cucarulo, Natea Knowles, Skylar Smith, and Lonnie Duncombe.
I've been training my all. My coach, Coach Jasmine, she has been working me, pushing me, trying to get me on this team, and I really hope to make this team. I've been training my all, and I'm going to go into Carifta trials definitely at my peak, and I'm going to hopefully perform well.
I'll be competing in 50 free, 100 free, 200 freestyle, 50 fly, 100 butterfly, and 200 IM. I feel that I'll do good. I've been putting in the work and practice, so, hard work comes results. So I feel I just been trying my hardest, so it can pay off. We've been working on our endurance a lot. With the first set is usually a long set to work on our endurance. And then we also work on our sprinting, and I work on my tempo in butterfly for sure, so I could have a faster stroke, so I go faster time.
And finally in sports, Night League basketball tonight at St. George's Gym. 2 games on schedule. Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Here
Here at Island Care, we carry a lot of products, cough and cold, baby care items. We also carry medical devices like your crutches, your cane, your toilet seat coverings, and all of the medical devices we carry. In the very near future, we have a patient care room that will be used. We also have a full pharmacy that we take prescription that you bring in or prescription from any other pharmacy we accept. So come on down and check us out. We're located in the Terracura Plaza, across the road from Scotiabank. Our hours of operation is Monday to Saturday, 8 to 6 p.m. And our phone contact here, 826-0932, or you can WhatsApp or call us on our cell. That is 602-0932.
Hey there, welcome back to Health Bites. Are you having trouble sleeping? Today we're going to be talking about supplements to help with sleep that aren't melatonin. One of the most underrated supplements to help with sleep is magnesium. Not any type of magnesium, magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate. Magnesium helps you to get a deeper, more restful sleep and can also help with symptoms of anxiety and depression. Ashwagandha is an ancient herb that helps your body better manage and adapt to stress, promotes relaxation, and it can even help reduce stress hormones that can lead to weight gain. L-theanine is an amino acid that has a calming effect on the body that can help you to get a more deeper, restful sleep and also helps to promote mental clarity and focus. If you need help getting a better night's sleep, stop by your nearest Fitness Connection location or shop online at shopfitnessconnection.com.
Get ready for color, culture, and pure energy. Live from Explorers Way, the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture presents the 2025 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight, coming your way next.
Covering the news seems easy, but we put thought into what we're doing. The Bahamas Tonight Access Now, here to inform, educate, and entertain. A new type of newscast featuring social media trends, news from around the islands, interviews with the people you like in our communities, sports, weather, and fabulous entertainment. That's a Bahamas Tonight Access Now with Marlena Leonard and LaDon Davis. 7:30, Monday to Friday. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, stronger together. The Prime Minister makes a clarion call for unity and support in the face of a nation in battle. Also, it's a wrap. A short-lived debate on the mid-year budget closes out in the Senate as the Davis administration looks ahead to the remaining months of the current fiscal year. And find out how the government's seeking to make the ease of doing business an even bigger priority. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Tonight, a plea to build up and not tear down, to be stronger together. The Prime Minister's solemn advice that ironically came as another family here in the capital grieves the loss of a loved one who tragically took his own life last evening. Another story of despair and regret, but one the nation's leader seeks to replace with hope and encouragement. Our Devontae Hanna picks up the story from here. Devontae?
Makushla, increasing cases of apparent suicides, homicides, and other violent crimes, an increasing burden for many seemingly worried about the impact of societal pressures and economic instability. And Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis is no exception, to the point that last night he made a resounding call for unity.
The time has come for us to stand together, not just in crisis, but in everyday life. Look at the person beside us, not as PLP, not as FNM, not as someone from this constituency or that one, but as a brother, a sister, a fellow Bahamian with hopes and dreams just like ours.
On the listening end of those words, the congregation of the Church of God of Prophecy's 98th Biennial National Convention held under the theme, The Homecoming, One Faith, One Family, One Future.
Pray for a young man who is struggling. Speak life in the young woman who is lost. Reach out to someone who needs guidance. And above all, let us start seeing ourselves in each other. Not as strangers, not as enemies, but as family. Because if we do that, we will not only change individual lives, we will change the future of our nation.
That fight, that more urgent, considering just minutes later, around 9 p.m., police say a 46-year-old man was found hanging in a bedroom in his Royal Palm Street home. As morticians moved the victim's body into a waiting hearse, it brought to light the alarming 33% increase in suicides when compared to 2024, and a plea from police for those in assistance to simply act.
If you are struggling with any circumstances, if you're having a hard time, reach out to a trusted friend, a pastor, someone where you can confide in and see whether or not they can render assistance to you.
Meantime, while the country has so far seen a drop in homicides this year, the nation's chief says he's not minded to celebrate, as one life lost is simply too many.
Behind every statistic is a mother who prayed over her son, a father who worked to give him a better life, a community that had hopes for his future.
Now, as mentioned by Prime Minister Davis, the focus is now on the future, how society can help guide youth away from the paths of self-destruction and violence. Authorities tonight are urging anyone struggling with mental health challenges to reach out to available support networks and seek professional help. Now, if you know anyone who displays suicidal tendencies, be there and listen without judgment. Help them, keep them safe, and of course, help them to connect with the relevant channels to provide assistance, and then follow up with them by staying in touch. Magushla?
Well, thanks, Devontae. Now, while police piece together the circumstances of that incident, they also have another homicide investigation on their hands after a man was stabbed to death after 2 this morning. Smith's Motel on East Street South, the scene of the crime. It's there that responding officers discovered the victim on a stair with apparent stab wounds. Emergency medical personnel later confirmed the man had died. Anyone with information regarding this incident should contact 911, the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991, 2 or 3, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. In other news this evening, the Minister of Health and Wellness is tonight shedding a bit more light on the delay in making nurses permanent, agreeing that the process is a lengthy one.
Now, I would be disingenuous to say that the regularizing process is moving at the speed we expect. But the Ministry of Health and Wellness are not the ones or the agency. It's under the Public Service. And so it has to go through the Public Service, and it has to go through the Public Service Commission. Sometimes that can be frustrating for our staff. But while we're saying this, any Bahamian who is a registered nurse from a qualified institution should apply to the ministry.
The whole issue of regularizing nurses, a hot-button issue for Bahamas Nursing Union President Muriel Lightborn, who's complained that foreign nurses are being brought in country when there are well-capable Bahamians who can fill these roles. According to Minister Darville, the plans to do just that. He stressed, though, that fully addressing concerns of the union can sometimes take time.
We are constantly meeting together. We meet with the nurses union. They have concerns. We try to address those concerns in a timely fashion. But the reality is things take time. I think one of the things that we need to do more is probably meet more. But every time we meet, we outline exactly where we're at and what's going on, and we try to do our endeavor best to resolve these things in short order.
Well, the affairs of Bahamian women brought to the attention of the United Nations headquarters over in New York. There are 193 UN member states, agencies, and NGOs attending the Commission on the Status of Women. Felicity Darville tells us what our government had to say.
The United Nations Commission on the Status of Women heard that no country in the world has achieved gender equality. While the Bahamas, like other countries, pushes ahead, Minister the Honorable Miles LaRota told the UN that our country faces specific challenges.
Mr. Chair, like other small island developing states, the Bahamas remains deeply vulnerable to climate change, natural disasters, and external economic shocks. The COVID-19 pandemic struck at a time when Caribbean nations were already navigating significant challenges in implementing the Sustainable Development Goals. The Bahamas addresses these realities with the aims of gender equity informed by the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action and the complementary ambitions of the Sustainable Development Goals and the Pact for the Future.
But the Bahamas has made some noteworthy achievements.
We have constructed proactive programs that support gender equity with accessible funding initiatives for women and disabled entrepreneurs with great effect on the community of small business initiatives. Mr. Chair, enrollment at the University of the Bahamas continue to rise, with women comprising a higher percentage of the student population. Bahamian women are now environmental scientists, biomedical scientists, engineers, and a Bahamian woman also serve as a first officer for a major cruise line. These are but a few examples.
Minister LaRota said the Bahamas has a strong ecosystem of policy and action on women's legal, health, entrepreneurial, and education initiatives. Here at the UN, the Bahamas has reaffirmed its commitment to continue to evolve its policies to meet the mandates of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
Coming up, the mid-year budget passes through the Senate. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Irresistible taste of a KFC big deal, some people will do anything. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Whether you're crossing borders or navigating busy airports, with BTC's reliable data roaming, you're always in touch. In a fast-paced world, staying connected is key. Don't miss important moments. Stay connected effortlessly with BTC, wherever your journey takes you.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all day large, one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, but.
Portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
You're looking at a shot of Nassau Harbor from overhead, the main berthing area at the Nassau Cruise Port. Welcome back. Debate on the 2024-2025 mid-year budget over and done with following its passing Wednesday in the Senate. Wrapping things up, Leader of Government Business and Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alquitas, who responded to financial concerns raised by the opposition.
As we continue with our debt strategy, we want to be able to reduce the cost of our debt and manage it and manage the maturities. And the Prime Minister did say that part of our goal is within the next 2 to 3 years to return to investment grade. Part of that part of that process of returning to investment grade is to be able to demonstrate to the markets that you can actually go to the market and raise money.
Well, ahead of the wrap-up, we heard from the Attorney General, who went down a laundry list of reasons why the Bahamas has done better under a PLP-led administration. We also heard more about the successes of the judiciary and what lies ahead. Our Fern Carey has the story.
The Judicial Infrastructure Project, along with the implementation of key pieces of judicial legislation like the Court Services Act, will help to reform the country's justice system. That from Attorney General Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder during his contribution to the mid-year budget debate in the Upper House on Wednesday.
We opened the new juvenile and family courts on Bernard Road, setting the stage for our wider court complex reform project and the expansion of specialty courts in the country. We will soon begin our work on the new Supreme Court complex, and the first step will be the demolition of the Rodney Bain building.
Senator Pinder also detailed notable achievements at the Office of the Attorney General over the past 6 months.
We have concluded our consultation on registered land, maybe one of the most extensive public consultations and professional consultations that has happened in this country. And the associated legislation is also completed. In the coming weeks, we will conclude any revisions to the bills we've received as for comments, and we will take it before Cabinet, and we are going to table it, and we're going to debate it in this place this fiscal year.
He also addressed the issue of climate remuneration.
In global tax reform, there is a place for environmentally related taxation and remuneration. Why is that relevant? Because if you can get in a global approach recognizing that those countries who pollute the most have certain tax obligations. Some people call it a carbon tax, some people call it an environmental tax, but it's a tax regime that taxes those polluters.
The 2024-2025 mid-year budget was passed in the Senate. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Meantime, good news on the investment front. The Bahamas Investment Authority is reporting a surge in investor confidence, which it credits to its three-phased strategy of increasing promotions, efficient facilitation, and its newly implemented aftercare unit. During her appearance on last evening's edition of The Rundown with Clint Watson, Director of Investments Felicia Woods-Hanna also linked public feedback to a more effective ease of doing business.
We really got started with the boots to the ground and going to public and consulting them on what are the impediments, what frustrates you when you come to the Bahamas Investment Authority. You have to have broad shoulders in order to understand and really help and create an ease of doing business in our country.
The investments director further explained that when heads of agreement signing ceremonies go public, that's the end result of many months of firm negotiations and research.
We look at the national investment policy. We assess the capacity locally to deliver on certain items, certain components of foreign direct investments, depending on the sector that the investment represents. And then we make sure that we continue to restrict those industries so that our domestic investors, our entrepreneurs, are able to benefit. And of course, first, those entrepreneurs that are currently on the islands in which the investment is proposed for.
Stay with us. There's more to come when the National Report returns.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Striping group of companies. We have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass that along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
What if I told you Wendy's has a new burger? With a flavor so secret, it's almost too delicious to handle. Well, now it's time to unlock that flavor. Try the new sweet and smoky barbecue cheeseburger. We can't tell you everything, but we can tell you that it's packed with flavor, including our secret barbecue sauce. Try the new sweet and smoky barbecue cheeseburger today. Available for a limited time. Limited time.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Exuma's farming and fishing sector, the beneficiaries of much-needed assets as the government honors its pledge of supplying the island with essential equipment. Corval Pfeiffer has more from Georgetown.
At last night's town hall meeting, an issue that was repeatedly raised from farmers was the need for help. Ask any of them and they will quickly tell you that getting into the business of farming is a costly undertaking. And so this donation of assets from the government today, says the Minister of Agriculture, is a sign of support for those wanting to get into this industry. The forum gave officials the opportunity to hear firsthand from those on Exuma's fishing and farming front lines, and they got an earful. Deputy Prime Minister and MP for the island, Chester Cooper, says yesterday's discussion was both productive and impactful.
Naturally, the fly fishers are concerned about more support by way of enforcement, protecting the flats. Of course, there's always more cry for additional incentives for agriculture, but I would point out the government is committed.
Thursday's handover ceremony of assets like this new 25-foot patrol vessel and tractor, along with a new pickup truck, items the long overdue are, says Agriculture Minister Jomo Campbell, setting the right tone for Exuma.
Agriculture is not a cheap industry, as you would have heard last night. Some of them mentioned it at the town hall meeting. And so we wanted to put our money where our mouth is and show that the support is truly genuine.
The fact that the audience at this morning's special handover ceremony was largely students is by no means a coincidence. The government wants these youngsters to understand, and understand quickly, that an important aspect of food security is learning how to feed yourselves. For the Bahamas Tonight in Georgetown, Exuma, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
Well, thanks, Corvell. Back here in the capital, we're going to check on in now with LaDawn and Marlena for a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
Because do you like indoor or outdoor weddings?
I like weddings, period.
Love weddings. Marlena, you like indoor, outdoor?
I feel like outdoor is very nice, but you just have to be aware of the season and how long your ceremony is. If we're outside, let's keep it moving. Everyone's sweating.
Well, we have a marriage officer who's going to tell us how to plan an indoor, outdoor wedding. Oh, yeah.
Sounds real good. Stay with us. Our feature story is up next.
Diet-friendly special.
Charting the course for success. If you're looking for the perfect place to shape up your life, you ain't gotta look no further, just head to BTVI. You can build from foundation, they'll give you all the tools
to design a better future, the one that's best for you.
Go get a jump start on your dream career. What are you waiting for? You have no time to spare.
BTVI for all of your professional needs. BTVI teaching you the steps to succeed.
The building blocks for you to get a brand new start.
Enhance your skills today and sign up for a course.
BTVI, yeah. Charting the course for success.
Is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Honorable Wade Watson, MP for Bain and Grantstown presents Contractors Bonfire Training. Calling all Bain and Grantstown contractors, builders, plumbers, electricians, tilers, AC repair, landscaping contractors, heavy equipment operators. Sign up on March 18th at 6:30 p.m. at Blue Hill Road Constituency Office. Learn how to sign up to bid on government contracts, learn how to bid, and learn the bidding codes. Limited space available, so act now. RSVP to 326-2482 or 827-2482. March 18th at 6:30 p.m. Blue Hill Road Constituency Office.
Exceptional cuisine, celebrated chefs, and unforgettable moments with Paradise Island providing the perfect backdrop. Our Desmond Saunders and videographer Agatha Christie capturing all the sights and sounds of this year's Nassau Paradise Island Food and Wine Festival. Desmond, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, a pleasant good evening, Makosula. I'm coming to you live from Paradise Harbor. A perfect setting for day 2 of the Atlantis Nassau Paradise Island Wine and Food Festival. I have to tell you, Makosula, you missed it. Yesterday's kickoff event, swirl event, was just spectacular. Take a look at the highlights.
So the event is swirl because you come, you taste, you smell, you swirl, and then you taste the wine. To swirl so you can open up the wine and all the aromas and the smells can come up, and then you can better enjoy it before you drink it.
Sip, swirl, and savor. Wine connoisseurs indulging in over 100 tastes and flavors, all paired with spicy island cuisines and culinary delight.
We're here in Paradise. It's so much better than the snow.
You get to see so many different food items being prepared correctly. I must give hats off to Atlantis.
We're from Dallas, Texas, here on spring break with our little one. Yeah, and then, amazing.
Wednesday's culinary extravaganza also showcasing an ice shellfish display of salmon, salad, and oysters. There was a wide sushi selection with condiments, a variety of cheeses to satisfy every taste bud, sweet offerings to round out the evening, and Bahamian favorites we've all come to enjoy, which runs through Sunday, March 17th.
We started in 2012, so we developed just how to do it better. This one was easy. I did not sweat today.
The proceeds from Atlantis' Wine and Food Festival this year going towards the company's Blue Project. And here to talk more about is Erin Kelly. Why is this project or initiative so important to Atlantis?
Okay, the Blue Project Foundation is important to Atlantis because it fosters conservation and preservation of coral reefs, sea turtles, sharks, manatees, and cetaceans. And we want to foster the preservation of their Bahamian ecosystems. So we do this through scientific research, community outreach, and education.
That's right, and tonight is all about tequilas and tacos, and I can tell you scores of wine connoisseurs and foodies are settling in here. A big, big night, and let me tell you, Grammy Award-winning icons. Bahamian is going to be here. Also celebrated chef Michael, what's his name? Michael Bison. Yes, that's who he's going to be here. One of our celebrated chefs going to be here tonight here at the Wine and Food Festival. Makosula, back to you.
Well, admittedly, Desmond, all of us back here at the office, we're so jealous of you. That does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.